So, it is now 2024, and for some unknown reason, you want to get all the achievements in Halo 2 Vista for the PC. But, there's a problem. The servers have been dead for 9 years. But fret not, because there actually is a way to get all those multiplayer achievements. But a lot of people probably aren't going to like the way you do it. First off, there is no clean way to actually get this done. Even if you have two PCs in the same house that are running the game at the same time, that method does not work anymore. So the only way you can do this is through, to my knowledge, Cheat Engine. Now, I know some people might see that as heresy. Well, number one, this is the actual only way to get them at all. And two, I'm not going to say it's not cheating, because it definitely is. But at the same time, it's definitely not just pressing a button and the achievements pop. You still have to go in there and boost them. So it's about as legit as a boosting session would be with real people. Which people have been doing with every Halo game and a lot of other games since achievements have been a thing. And we're talking about boosting achievements for a 17-year-old game. From my viewpoint, if you're a big enough Halo fan to go for these achievements, if you were around to play this game back when it was actually alive, you probably would have got those achievements just from time played anyway, because none of the achievements are that hard. And if you look at the percentage of people that have gotten these achievements, the percentages are pretty high, so they really weren't rare to get. Alright, I'm done validating the cheating now. We can move on. I will give credit where credit is due. Reddit user, the Jacobo911. He is the one that made this guide on Reddit, and is the one I'm following to make this video. Now we can go on to the how-to. Okay, I'm going to go step by step on this. First step is getting Halo 2 on your computer with Games for Windows Live running. Second step is going to be getting Cheat Engine running with it. Third, I'll be showing you how to get some achievements, because there's going to be an issue once you have all four of your split screen players running that you'll see when I get there. Okay, first of all, first thing you're going to need is a Halo 2 Vista copy with Games for Windows Live still in it, obviously. I did this with the disc version. If you want to buy the disc version, they're all over the internet. I got mine for probably about $15. They could be a little more, a little less than that, depending on where you find them. Now, if you ever see Project Cartographer, that is a working version of the game, but it does not have Games for Windows Live running with it, so it really doesn't help this situation. There's probably some way I don't know about to where you can download this game for free with Games for Windows Live still in the install, but I'm not sure where it is, and if somebody does, tell me. I will put a product key in the description. It is the product key that is in mine, so if your copy asks for a product key, like it probably will, mine should work with it. Now, since Games for Windows Live has been discontinued, you're going to have a problem with it when you install the game. What you're going to need to do is you're going to need to go download the final release version of Games for Windows Live. You're going to get that from this site that I have right here. You're going to download the file, and there's going to be a couple of files in there you need to run. So you download this file from this site, you agree to the terms, make sure you don't hit the big blue buttons that actually aren't the download. And once you have the files downloaded onto your PC, I would extract them out of the zip into their own folder, and I would just name it GFWL or Games for Windows Live, whatever you know where these files are. Once you get into where you save the files, you're going to install the first file, the second file, and the bottom file. Now for Windows Login 32 and 64, if you're using a Windows that's past Windows 8, so Windows 8, 10, 11, you don't have to install those two. If you're a Neanderthal that uses Windows 7 still, like I am here, and I'll give you a reason why I'm doing that later, then you do have to use those. After installing those files, once you hop back into Halo 2, you should have a working Games for Windows Live and just have to sign into your Xbox account or Microsoft account or whatever account you're going to be using this with. Now, if you're downloading a profile for the first time with this, it can take a little bit of time. It can take like maybe 5 minutes or so. I already had my profiles in this, so it didn't take any time. I will say if you are using an account that has two-factor authentication on your Microsoft account, you will need to use a one-time password, because things that are older than like 360 era for signing in do not use your actual password when two-factor is enabled. Now that all that's done, you should finally be signed into Halo 2 and ready to view all those multiplayer achievements that you can't get without cheating. Okay, now here comes the part of this tutorial where I have to give a little bit of caution to someone doing this. Cheat Engine to me is a bit of a sketchy program. Now, from what I've looked up, and you can do this yourself, if you look it up, a ton of people will say the program is safe. But this program also lights up antivirus. Like, it will recognize this as a Trojan, as malware. It'll light it up like a Christmas tree. Now, from what I've read from a dev, it's because this program is a active program that changes code on the fly while you're playing a game. So it resembles very hard to what an actual virus would end up doing, and that's why it lights up antivirus. What I will tell you for a fact is there is absolutely adware and bloatware, but there's a very simple way to not have that adware and bloatware on here when you install it, and I'll show you how. But to let you know why I'm on Windows 7, it's because I'm not going to risk this with a new computer. If you want to do this on a new PC, you can. I didn't, but that's because I really just don't trust anything from the internet that has any bit of sketchiness to it at all. It's at your discretion. So I will say everything I'm doing in this video should work on a Windows 10 and 11, because it's just Cheat Engine and Halo 2 with games for Windows Live, and I know all those work on new PCs. There's no reason anything I do in this video shouldn't work on a new PC. So now with the really long and drawn out warning out of the way, let's get to actually downloading this and getting it to work so you can go get your achievements. So what you're going to do is you're going to go to the main Cheat Engine site, cheatengine.org, and it's going to have a big-ass green button right there for you to download it. I did not press that. Some people have said don't press that button. I didn't. What I did is I went to the downloads and downloaded the latest version on the downloads page. Does that really make a difference? I don't know, but this is what I did. So once you download the installer, go ahead, click it, click Run, and when it comes up, you click Next, and this is where you do not click Skip All for these optional downloads and these optional offers, this adware. You do not press Skip All, because apparently that will still install the adware. What you do is you click Decline on all of them. So do not click Skip All, click Decline. And now Cheat Engine should install without the adware and bloatware on your PC. Should. Like I said, I don't trust anything. I'm just saying this is what people have said to do if you don't want that there. Now after you click Finish and try to open the program, you may get this error. Now if you get this error, what you do is you go into the program files of Cheat Engine and delete 2 files. And those are the Win32 and Win64 folders. If you delete those, after getting that error, it should open up finally. With Cheat Engine finally being installed and running, we have to make one last download. And that download is the Halo 2 cheat table that is going to allow us to put in split-screen users into our Halo 2 PC Vista game, so that you can self-boost these achievements. Now this is going to be a Google Drive link, and when you go to it, you should download all 4 of these files to whatever folder. I put them in a Halo 2 cheat table folder that I created. Alright, now you really need to pay attention here, because I'm going to go step by step on what you need to do to get these co-op partners, or whatever you want to call them, into the game. And I don't do these out of order. You want to go start Halo 2 without Cheat Engine running. Cheat Engine is closed, you go into start Halo 2. Once you're signed in on Halo 2, you go back to your desktop and you open Cheat Engine. Once you're back in Cheat Engine, you click on Open a Cheat Table. That's next to the flashing green button, or glowing green button, whatever it is. You go in there and you open the H2MT Campaign Mods table. If this screen comes up, just click OK. It doesn't matter. And now you go hit the glowing green button in the top left and click on Halo 2. Keep the current address list and code list? Yes. Now Cheat Engine and Halo 2 should be running together. Now, before you put anything in, go back to Halo 2, click whatever profile you want, and what you're going to want to do is you're going to want to go to Live, and then click on Create a New Game. Once you're sitting in this lobby, now we can go back to Cheat Engine on our desktop. You go down here to the cheats, and you scroll down until you start seeing profile 1, 2, 3, and 4. you're going to want to enable 2, 3, and 4. 1 is you. Do not mess with anything with 1. 2, 3, and 4 are going to be your boosting buddies, so to speak. To enable them, you put the value to 1 on each of them. So 2, 3, and 4 should have a value of 1. Now you're not done with this yet. There's more to put in. If you go back to the Halo 2 Google Drive cheat table files you downloaded, there is a text file in there that gives you an ID reference for what you need to put in for each of the profiles. It doesn't have to be exact, but using that reference, if you go to the gamertag ID, the gamertag ID has to be any 8-number value. Where it says profile 2, 3, or 4 dash enable, you change the value of that to 1. To change the name of a profile, you go next to where it says Unicode string and type in whatever name you want. For this guy, I put Guy Dude. Now, if you go back into the game after doing all that, there should be a new player in there with that name. Now, you don't have to do this, but I think it makes it a little easier for telling them apart. If you want to change the profile's primary armor color to something different, you go to the value of primary armor and change it to anything between like 1 and 16 is what I go for. And then if you go back into the game, now you have Guy Dude is green. After you've finished profile 2, you go on to 3, you do the same thing, you enable them, you change them to 1, you change the gamertag ID to any 8-letter combination, it doesn't matter, just as long as it's not the same as somebody else, and then you change the name next to Unicode string to whatever you want. And then with number 4, you do the exact same thing, armor color, name, 8-letter digit, whatever. Now once you're done with all that, if you go back into the game, you may still only have one other player in there, which is your profile 2. If you just back out of the session and then go back in, the rest of them will show up. And now you are set to get in the game and start boosting your achievements. Well, hold on. This doesn't look right, but we can fix this. If you end up getting a messed up split screen like this, all you have to do is go back to the main menu, go start any campaign mission you want, and save and quit it, and back to the main menu and start the game again in multiplayer. Now you will have a single screen. That's better than what you had before, and it's going to be a lot easier to do it when you don't have a messed up screen. Now, I'm going to introduce you to the biggest hurdle in doing this by yourself. It's not that the other players in the game don't move, it's the fact that all the movements in the game, yours and the other players, are controlled by your controller or keyboard or whatever. So if you walk forward, all the other players will walk forward. If you back up, they back up. If you change weapons, they'll change weapons, and if you jump, you get it. Now, if you would just like to figure this puzzle out for yourself and like make this a challenge of getting all the achievements, then you're good to go from this point. You can go get the achievements how you see fit. But I feel like there are some that may need some explaining, so I'm just going to go straight down the list of all the multiplayer achievements in this game and try to quickly run through them as a guide. Okay, so there's a total of 21 multiplayer achievements in the game. Let's run them down. The achievements of Stick It, Sniper Kill, Double Kill, Triple Kill, Killing Spree, and Running Riot shouldn't need any explaining. But for Kill-tacular, it's kind of hard because obviously you have to kill 4 people and you only have 3 people to kill. There could be an easier way, but I'm going to show you how I did it. I changed the map to Ascension, I changed the mode to Oddball, and I had everybody start with snipers. When the game starts, you're going to want to run up to the Tower of Power and take a sniper position. The idea from up here is that you know where a spawn is, and you'll shoot the 4th player as they spawn. So whoever the first player you kill is, he'll cycle around and you'll kill him just in time to get the overkill, or the kill-tacular as it's in this game. Since your boosting buddies move when you move, if you're not sure where they are, you can look straight up in the air and snipe and look down to see where the sniper trails are to find out exactly where their position is. Sometimes one of them will spawn in the back of the map opposite of where you are, and if they're in that position, you could either throw a grenade against a wall and hopefully kill them and get them to respawn somewhere else, or you could just jump and try to jump snipe them. I didn't get them all in this attempt. it definitely does take a couple of times to get used to, and you're obviously not going to know where they're going to spawn probably the first time. If you want to move somebody without actually having to kill them, you can run against a wall with your joystick or your key so you don't move, but they still will if they have open area to do so. With the way this map is, if you end up jumping in the wrong direction, you'll fly off and so will your co-op partners. And you'll know if one of your co-op partners dies, because all the sound is shared. You'll hear them, and you'll also hear their respawn timer too. If you can't get them to where you want to be, I would advise just turning and walking around some just to see if you can get them to move in the right spots. Or just kill them to see if they respawn in a better spot. If you want to, like I did here, you can move one of the bots up to your sniper nest so you can have an easier and faster shot. With enough attempts at it, you'll eventually get this achievement. I'd say you're pretty lucky if you're able to get this in one try. Or you played the game way too much and you know the spawns already. Also, if there's a better method or a better map for this, somebody tell me, because this was the best one I could come up with. For the Assassin and the Ninja achievement, they're both effectively the same thing, but one's just once and the other one's 5 times. Positioning can be kind of annoying trying to get their back to face your face. A good way to do this is just be facing sideways and the lunge will take you to them. For the Bonecracker achievement where you just have to beat somebody down, I would just shoot them a little bit and then hit them just so they don't trade melees with you. Easy enough. You can go ahead and get the Counterpoint and Skewer Stopper achievement in the same game. What you should do is change the map to midship, and all it really is giving one of your bots a sword and running into his face over and over again, and letting him kill you. After letting your buddy kill you 5 times, all you gotta do is kill him and you'll get 2 achievements at once. Roadkill is a pretty self-explanatory achievement. I would say it's easiest to do this in a Ghost though, since it has the best mobility. After that, you're going to take your Ghost and go for the Carjacking achievement, which is just getting a hijack. Also, hijacking in Halo 2 always reminds me of how fucked it is, considering you can just get out as they hijack you, so you don't have to actually punch them out of the vehicle to get the achievement. And then we have Air Traffic Control, which is blowing up a Banshee in flight while manned with a grenade or a rocket launcher. For this one, all you gotta do is fly your Banshee towards one of your bots, and it can be a little funky with trying to get him in because he has to be facing a certain way, and you'll also maybe end up hijacking him if you're too close to him and facing the wrong direction too. It's probably best if you're not facing the Banshee when he gets in it, so you don't have that problem. Now we have Decorated Soldier, which is get awarded at least 8 different medals in one non-team game. The medals you're going to want to get are Double Kill, Killing Spree, Sniper Kill, a Stick, a Splatter, a Hijack, a Beatdown, and an Assassination. For whatever reason, anything multi-kill related after double kill, so triple kill and Killtacular, don't count. Running Riot doesn't count either. The achievement won't actually pop when you get them all. You have to end the game first, then you'll get your achievement. Okay, now we're finally down to the final 4, and they're probably going to be the most tedious ones. We have play every available default map and stay in each game until it's over, which is Violent Cartographer, and Rain Man, which is play every available game variant with 3 other people until the game is over. First off, you don't have to stay in every game till it's over. You can start the game and instantly end it by hitting end game. I would just make sure you don't hit leave game, just in case there is a difference. I don't know because I never did. The tedious part about this is for the maps, you're going to have to do it 23 times. For the game variants, there's 39 game variants, and yes, every sub-game variant counts, so, you know, Phantom Slayer, Team Phantoms, Crazy King, Team Crazy King, all those Juggernaut sub-variants I don't think I ever saw anyone playing. Yeah, you gotta do all those. Someone said this took about 45 minutes. I think it's actually probably a little less than that. Okay, so we're finally at the last 2 multiplayer achievements, and we got Flaming Ninja, which is kill an opponent that has the Ninja achievement, and we have Hired Gun, which is kill an opponent who has the Legend achievement. Well, obviously, none of your bots had these achievements, so I thought getting 100% in this game actually was impossible now. But this game has a very odd way to get both of these achievements. Now, first of all, since none of your bots have it, you have to have both these achievements, which the Ninja achievement is getting 5 back smacks in a game. You should already have that. Legend achievement is beating the game on Legendary. And if you're doing this, you probably have already done that, or you're going to do it, so go do that before you do this. So the way to get these achievements is you need to go start a game on the map Uplift. Now, we don't need Cheat Engine anymore, so the bots can be here or they don't have to be. It's your choice. For whatever reason, there is a beam emitter on this map that if you jump into and get killed by it, these achievements will pop. Now, for some reason, when I was doing this, it didn't pop here, but this is absolutely the way to get the achievement. With 100% certainty coming from me, this is how I got the achievement on 2 different accounts. Now, you cannot get both achievements in the same game. If you get one, you have to leave the game, restart it, and do it again. That's just the way it is. I don't know why. And honestly, it's a curious case on why this beam emitter gives you the achievement. I mean, there's other ways to die to a map in this game that isn't just falling off it. Like Terminal with the train, that one doesn't pop the achievement. Or at least it didn't for me, because I did test it. But after all that, you should now have every Halo 2 Vista multiplayer achievement that there is to get. So if it helped you out, that's cool. Thanks for watching all the way to the end, and congratulations on all your Halo 2 Vista achievements. You cheating bastard.